I'm Osher Williams. I'm the Assistant Director of Education at the Professional Footballers Association. I started my career in football at the age of 16. The hip problems began to manifest themselves about 10 years ago. But having been a professional footballer, you kind of get used to having little niggles and strains and aches and pains. But the sort of sustained groin and hip stiffness just gradually got worse and worse. I had to seek some professional help. Before both the hip operations, I'd been fairly debilitated just by the constant pain and lack of mobility that the condition was creating. I had my first hip operation in November 2017. I'd been for a consultation with Professor Mako. He'd explained to me the deterioration in my hip and the surrounding area. Explained the options. Probably the best of those options was a total hip replacement. It was a successful procedure, but unfortunately I became more aware of similar discomforts, similar problems that were manifesting themselves in my other hip. We went through the same procedure. Again, we came to the conclusion that it was probably going to need a total hip replacement. Professor Feely explained that this would be slightly different from the previous operation, that it would be assisted by the Mako technology. In terms of the procedure, the medical team were very reassuring, very relaxing. The procedure itself was fairly straightforward. Post-operative, my recovery was better than when I'd undertaken the first procedure. This second one, everything seemed to go particularly well. I was able to leave the hospital after 3 days. When I got home with my wife, I was given a regime of exercises. Immediately I was able to walk as soon as I left the hospital, but I was able to shed one of the sticks quite quickly. That enabled me to get out and about and do quite a lot of walk, and I felt that the whole recovery seemed to be just a little bit more accelerated, a little bit less discomfort. Another point, in terms of my pain control, I was able to use what I would consider to be minimum pain control. The less pain you have, the more exercise you're able to do. We're talking 4 months after the operation. I'm doing everything that I was able to do before the operation without the pain, the discomfort, the kind of distress that the condition was creating. Simple things like getting in and out of a car made a significant difference. I'm able to participate in the regular activities, trying to keep myself active, trying to keep myself fit. That all adds to your quality of life. I'd certainly recommend the Mako procedure to anybody who needed a hip or a knee replacement. The Mako procedure that I went through at the Spire Hospital in Manchester was really transformative.